report filing, the White House said that Elon Musk is not a DOJ employee and has no authority to make decisions. Can you clarify for us today
well, Elon Musk,
exact role is there?
Yeah. Elon is, to me, a patriot. So, you could call him an employee, you could call him a consultant, you could call him whatever you want. But he's a patriot.
This man, as we know, of course, since we do not have blinders on, is bought and paid for by Elon Musk, who made his wealth from apartheid South Africa and government subsidies. That money has then been redistributed to Donald Trump so he can become a trillionaire.
It's crazy that Trump, with his ego, is just sitting there taking this too, with a kid just telling him to.
He had to have gotten like $20 billion or something from Elon.
Yeah, that was what was it? 250 that they know about. 250 million that they know about to his campaign directly. Is what Elon gave.
Plus,
as part of like the federal discovery of it.
But also, he delivered the presidency.
Yeah, I mean, there's all this other money. Who knows?
Right? Like, he just bought this guy.
Yep.
The Gucci Turban podcast featuring Nimesh and Asif nail it in their show on just how corrupt the administration is.
Overnight, massive cuts at another critical agency. The Department of Veteran Affairs announcing the dismissal of more than 1,000 employees. It comes as the Trump administration advised all federal agencies to fire probationary employees, workers who've been on the job for less than a year. The new battlefield for President Trump and Elon Musk's effort to reshape the government is fast becoming a federal courtroom.
I always abide by the courts, and then I'll have to appeal it.
In the wake of the aggressive push by the duo to cull the federal workforce, cut funding, and eliminate departments, a flurry of lawsuits have been filed nationwide. And one by one, judges are putting temporary holds on the administration plans. Late Thursday, a federal judge ruled the Trump administration could not suspend or cancel foreign assistance that was in place before he took office. It comes on the same day another judge extended the restraining order preventing USAID employees from being put on leave. 14 states also filed suits challenging the appointment and authority of Elon Musk, calling it unconstitutional.
I think a really good question being asked is this by Asif and Nimesh.
And like, I don't know how anyone who is pro Donald Trump is okay with this. Like, what mental gymnastics are they doing?
Most Trump supporters are now talking about masculinity and being an alpha male. They just switch gears. They don't talk about this stuff. They just go and switch the topic back to like sports and dude stuff.
To talk about, like, at least Trump's getting stuff done. It's like, yeah, all the stuff he's getting done is awful. Who cuts park rangers?
Who thinks this is getting anything done? What got done?
It's not, nothing is better.
Yeah, inflation's up. Gaza's screwed, so that was all a lie, as the people knew.
Of course.
Park rangers, the VA got gutted, so a lot of vets got screwed. USAID, which does a lot more than just give aid to countries that deserve it.
People died.
Yeah, a lot of people died, but also they protect America.
There's going to be a lot of famine.
Put America first.
Exactly. Is this really what the MAGA crowd wanted? Are they brainless, spineless Americans who simply follow everything a dictator says?
Hey guys, quick break in the action. I have a new show coming out called The Rick Strom Show. It is going to be awesome. I'm interviewing musicians, athletes, producers, writers, journalists, authors, sports doctors. Go check it out at youtube.com/@TheRickStrom Also be sure to throw me a follow on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. It can all be found in the description box below. Thank you.
I'm trying to figure out how you can come to the conclusion right now that diversity had something to do with this crash.
Because I have common sense, okay?
When you don't have the best standards in who you're hiring, it means on the one hand, you're not getting the best people in government, but on the other hand, it puts stresses on the people who are already there.
We will have the best and brightest in every position possible. As you said in your inaugural, it is colorblind and merit-based. The best leaders possible, whether it's flying Black Hawks and flying airplanes, leading platoons, or in government. The era of DEI is gone at the Defense Department, and we need the best and brightest, whether it's in our air traffic control, or whether it's in our generals, or whether it's throughout government.
Gutting DEI initiatives are awful and a dog whistle to this administration's white supremacy. But there is an angle I don't think many are discussing. Donald Trump has made himself open for business. The airlines have been under intense scrutiny, especially after the Boeing whistleblower case. Couldn't this all just be a front to protect corporate interest? He throws out DEI, and yes, we should critique and analyze it, but isn't it also a distraction from looking at the events of our planes having parts fall off of them?
The federal employees, like their payroll is such a small amount.
FAA.
Yeah, the FAA, planes are blowing up.
TSA, they're getting cut.
TSA is getting cut?
Yeah. That's also, I think, federal. That's under federal.
Well, this is quite a story we have for you. This just out. It was a photo that was taken yesterday in the Oval Office. So zoomed out, it just looks like an ordinary photo, right? You see the president there with Modi, the Secretary of State, just a meeting. But when you zoom in into that door, what you see captured in that red circle is the mugshot of President Trump. Now, this is a rather interesting place. This is called Outer Oval. This is where pretty much every guest, with few exceptions, walks through. Then to the left, you see the top of a grandfather mahogany clock. And then you walk into the Oval Office, meaning just about every guest, with few exceptions, some enter the Roosevelt Room, will walk past the Fulton County mugshot of President Donald J. Trump. How is that for irony?
You know, I'm old enough to remember when Republicans ripped Barack Obama for welcoming Chicago hip-hop artist Common to the White House because he had just a song about Assata Shakur. It is quite hilarious seeing the Law and Order crowd glaze Trump over this photo.
I mean, dude, a felon is president.
Yeah, right.
You know,
a felon is president.
A felon is president. So, like,
with a mugshot, right?
Who are we to say, hey, crazy arms dealer?
I want to be I wish I were more unscrupulous, because I would. It seems like a high time to commit white collar crime. Like, if you're going to commit white collar crime, now's the time to do it, because it seems like this is like it's a free for all.
No, they'll come after you. It's like white collar crime's only legal if you're like Elon, that level.
No. I bet all.
And then there's like some hedge fund guys doing white collar crime. They've always been doing it.
Yeah, but now it's open season. SEC's going to get gutted.
Yeah.
Oh, is the SEC getting gutted too?
Open season for white collar crime is another fun diatribe. But Asif is right. It can only be on Elon's level and no one else's.
Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYT Sports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day. Calling out elite people in comedy should be the rule of thumb.
I think Donald Trump's hair is actually another creature.
Yeah.
The hair's like going, good night, Donald. Good night, Donald. There we go.
Maybe it goes out. It goes out and makes money while he's asleep.
There is something about punching down that feels taboo, and punching up is the way to go.
Crack's not really my thing, but if it was, it would be fine if I was on that side.
Wow.
Don Jr.'s on coke.
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
I'm a very stable genius.
It is very important, the work that the Jordan Kleppers are doing, the work that the Good Liars are doing, the work that our team here at the Turks are doing, and many more.
Used to see these tackles, now they tackle. Oh, head-on-head collision. Bing, flag. Football's become soft.
You have Trump doing sound effects for tackles. The choice could not be more clear. Like, let's not beat around the bush about it.